Hi Libra, I've done a career and destiny spread for you guys today. I did one for Sagittarius the other day on my other channel, Soma, Chandra Tarot, because I always do love messages for you guys, and I thought, oh gosh, I'm going to do one for Libra too. I would say that this is mostly for the rising or sun or rising sign of Libra. It could also resonate with maybe a Jupiterian, Mars or Scorpio placement of Libra. Please keep in mind that this is a general reading, okay? I can't stress that enough, you guys. I've talked to a lot of Libras lately, and all of you are in different places in your career path. So if there's anything that you feel like doesn't resonate for you, don't worry about it. It's just not your reading. This is just the energy I'm picking up on at this time. I will say, though, I think you guys are going in a pretty good direction. I think you're trying to bring a lot of balance into your life. And any cards that came in the reverse, they could be worse. This is actually looking pretty good, pretty typical for any human being, Libra. I think some of you just need to release some of your expectations of yourselves, have a little bit more confidence. You're definitely motivated by the right things, and your guides gave you really good advice. I used the Oracle of the Seven Energies deck to get some catalysts for you to help bring it all together. What came out for you first was the Merry Motive, and then the Uncharted Sea in the reverse. Let's start with the Uncharted Sea. This is about moving into a new cycle in your life where you have to be your own compass, but you're moving into uncharted waters at this time. And it can feel a little unnerving. And I think you guys might feel like a little bit of a fish out of water right now. I think some of you feel like you're about to embark upon a long journey. You might be doing some stuff that's outside of your comfort zone, doing some things that you've never done before. That's okay. That's what life on planet Earth is like. So just listen to your inner compass. Some of you aren't sure where you're going. That's okay. I think the reading will help because the catalyst for you is the Hanged Man. And I think that the Merry Motive will help you with this as well. Again, with the Uncharted Sea, I feel like a lot of you really just need to step out of your comfort zone and believe in yourself and give yourself some permission to take a fresh perspective and to try something new. The Merry Motive, I actually thought that the Muse was going to come out for you guys, but it didn't. The Merry Motive has a great message. I actually want to read it to you. I usually listen to my own intuition about the cards, but this has such a great message. I want you to hear it. The key concepts are about knowing your own motives. So you really need to ask yourself, what are my true motivations in life right now? Is it mostly career? Is it mostly love? Do you want to try new things? Are you more focused on health, hobbies, family? And be honest with yourself. That'll help you make really good choices in regards to career and destiny and life path. You need to really understand what drives you in order to meet your goals. And it's about the momentum your attention creates. The more attention you give a goal, the more momentum you're going to get, and knowing the wisdom behind your intentions. It says you've chosen a path, you've set an intention, and you've begun to move toward a goal. You feel compelled to keep going, but do you know the why behind your drive? Do you truly want what you're pursuing right now? Or are you chasing a destination with the anticipation of how it will make others feel about you or how you feel about yourself? Well, those are good questions. You must choose to be in flow with the experience and relishing the moment. Surrender your expectations rather than being guided by a limited version of yourself. The most important aspect to consider now is where you place your focus. What are you focused the most on? Because that's where your energy will flow. If you are resentful, the outer world will not show you more opportunities. If you are envious of others, competitive, or overly ambitious, you will always feel like you're not enough. If you focus on gratitude and compassion, you will see even more reasons to be grateful. So if you're unsure about your motives, the results will be unclear. Dig deep and understand your why. Trust that the universe will provide the outcome that is a perfect match for your intentions. It always does. Wow. So think about how that intersects with other parts of your life. I was talking to a client the other day, and this client said the most brave, true thing. And I think it took a lot of courage, and I was so impressed. This client said to me, I think one of the reasons that I've had such a hard time with career is because I've been really preoccupied with relationship. That happens to all of us. This client happened to be single, and they were really able to articulate that. So maybe the point I'm making is whatever you're focused on is what's going to flow towards you. And if what you're focused on is bringing you negative results, it's only going to bring you more negative results. So try to bring relationship, health, family, your personal hobbies and pursuits, creative opportunities, and your career and life path into balance. I know you're going to, because justice is here. Let yourself step outside of your comfort zone. The Merry motive is here for you. What is your motive? That's what you need to be focused on. And why? Why are you motivated towards what you're chasing? Once you figure that out, it's going to make everything flow better for you. They wanted me to use the Moonology deck. I have Hold Your Vision, Show the World the Real You, and you're very close to achieving a goal. That's in reverse. That's okay. That doesn't mean you're never going to achieve the goal. I suspect that maybe right now is a time for you to set goals for yourself, Libra, and put a plan in action. You're a human being, not a human doing, and it might take you a while to get to where you're going. That's no reason not to do it. I noticed that some of you, I think, are thinking about going back to college or school. The Hierophant is here. That's higher learning and knowledge. Some of us, when we get a little older, that's like, oh my God, I can't even. Or you're being called to something higher than yourself right now. Some of you are actually being called to being leaders and mentors. And I got to tell you, I don't consider myself a Hierophant. I consider myself the fool and the high priestess all the time. I'm like a Padawan every day. But if you're about to step into a leadership role like this with a lot of responsibility, it can be overwhelming. There may be some things you have to learn. Going to university or trade school or seeking higher knowledge is a lofty pursuit. So will it happen? Will you achieve the goal in the next 3 months? This is a 3-month prediction. No, but just set the goal. You're not close to achieving it, but first you have to set it, and then it makes it so much more attainable. Hold your vision. What is your vision? Write it down. What is your vision for yourself right now? This will help you. Show the world the real you. Now, I notice that your advice, one of the pieces of advice for you is the Queen of Wands, Libra. It's very important to be your authentic self. Be the real you. And that way you won't mess it up. If you try to be somebody you're not going to be able to sustain that. That would be wearing a mask, right? So you need to be your true authentic self. Hold your vision. It's definitely time to set a goal and envision that you can achieve the goal. Visualize the success. That becomes habitual, and that is a helpful thing. That, your motive, getting into the uncharted territory. I used a second deck for advice to see what you guys were feeling about career and destiny. And then I tried to channel messages for money, and we got it. I got Pentacles for you. Good advice for you too. So advice from your guides, the Queen of Wands, the Four of Cups, the Two of Swords, the Hierophant. First of all, Libra, it's definitely time to be the Queen of Wands. It doesn't matter if you're a man or a woman. The queens create an environment. This is a badass bitch of a person right here. The Queen of Wands or the King of Wands often go into business for themselves. They're entrepreneurs first and foremost. It's time to be courageous. It's time to be confident. It's time to be determined. And this might require you to be more social and outgoing and be magnetic and charming. Definitely have confidence and put yourself out there. I see that you guys are doing some emotional reevaluation. Clearly, you feel as though you have a difficult choice to make, perhaps, about your career and destiny moving forward. Some of you even feel as though you're a little apathetic or perhaps avoidant. That's only because you're overthinking it. Look at those two people. Look at these two. I think this is just a mindset for you. So Right now, your guides are saying, don't refuse all offers just because it's not perfect. Try to focus on the positive, not the negative. You do need to contemplate something and decide exactly what you want. But make sure you don't fall into a place of apathy and avoidance. It seems as though you are at a bit of an impasse. You just need to weigh your options. Trust your gut. Listen to the moon. That's your intuition. Some of you do need to seek counsel. The Hierophant can be a counselor, a teacher, a mentor. It is higher knowledge and higher learning. Some of you may need government assistance. Sometimes the Hierophant, like if I get the Hierophant and Justice together, that often means like you might need to refinance. You might need a student loan, a government loan. If you're thinking about going back to school, your guides are thinking about it for you too. I get it. It's never too late to learn. Our brain, unless you've had a stroke, even the oldest of humans can create new neurotransmitters and pathways in the brain. You've heard the saying, you really can teach an old dog new tricks. They've scientifically proven it. It's never too late to learn. And some of you are really in a position where you're leaders. You just have to believe in yourself. You just have to believe it, Libra. I believe in you. I will shake my pom-poms for you. Here's what they had to say about money and resources. So this might look a little worse than it is. Here's your advice with Temperance. You are being divinely guided. Some of you right now feel the need to take a very conservative approach. Well, we are still in the middle of a worldwide viral pandemic. There ain't nothing wrong with controlling your money. Your guides are saying right now you need to have a scarcity mindset and be conservative. Pinch pennies, save your money, really control your foundation right now. You seem to have a lot of negative thoughts at the moment surrounding finances and career. Here's the thing about the Eight of Swords, you guys. This is just an imprisonment of your mind. What do I always say about her? Is she really trapped? She's not. In this deck, she's not even tied up. She's not even tied up. She just thinks she is. So release your inner critic. Face the things about yourself that you believe that limit you. And then look at the things about yourself that you believe are your strengths and set you free. Try to release your negative thoughts. You're not a victim here. You're just trapped in your head. You're air signs. I fully expect to see this. It's like, oh my God, am I going to have enough money? So a lot of you are just really, really worried about not having enough to make it. So the Five of Pentacles is a break-even card. It's usually just a lacking mindset. Some of you may need to ask for some help and support. There are resources available to you usually when the Five of Pentacles comes out. Sometimes we feel like we have a little bit too much pride and we don't want to ask for it. You may face some financial loss. You may just feel somewhat isolated and worried. But if you just get out of your head and take the conservative approach and bring some things into balance for yourself, that will alleviate a lot. Because I see that you're going to go in an okay direction. As a matter of fact, let's cut to the chase. You're going to come out of a depressed hermit mode and find your happy place and have a breakthrough. Yeah, see, told you. 3 months from now, you're going to be feeling pretty damn good. You're going to be feeling pretty good. There's another way I could interpret that, but we'll get to that. Temperance for career and finance is about determining the purpose, being patient, and not being excessive. So keep your finances and all parts of your life in balance, and you're going to be okay. It could be the Two of Pentacles, which is, oh my God, I only have 2 pennies to rub together. I think the big problem here is just that you're in your head, Libra. So at the center of everything, I have the Wheel of Fortune. It's in reverse. I'm not surprised because of what's been going on in the world. The wheel has been coming in reverse a lot. And the catalyst or the challenge is the Hangman. There are positive aspects to the Wheel of Fortune. First of all, this can be like a Saturn return for some of you. Some of you have gotten to a place right now where you know you really can't resist change anymore. There might be outer limitations that are out of your control that are affecting your life right now, such as COVID. Some of you just plain lost a really great job through no fault of your own because of the COVID-19 virus, or perhaps a health issue or some family issues have gotten in your way. Try to allow for expansion. Don't resist change. Get out of your comfort zone. Clean up any cycles that you've been playing out in your life that have not served you. If you focus on the right things for the right reasons, the good news is the wheel does always turn. We feel as though we are trapped sometimes and there's no expansion happening. I have said it before and I will say it again. The one constant in the universe is change. Things will change for you. Right now, it's really important to break cycles and patterns that do not serve you and allow yourself to grow. It shows me that some of you are a little uncomfortable with change. The Hangman comes out in career when we don't need to make a decision right away. We just need to pause and surrender. Sometimes the Hangman can mean we've been a little avoidant. We might have gotten ourselves into a situation that we put ourselves in. Try to look at your career and life path with a new, fresh perspective. You might just need to see it differently. You don't need to make an immediate change. You just need to pause and surrender. Something may come in for you during Pisces season as well, by the way. It's just time to see something from a different point of view, accept things that you can't change, Libra, and let go of anything, any negative thoughts. The Hangman does release and lets go of negative thoughts. That's going to change your perspective as well. I very much like what's driving you. Here's that damn Eight of Swords again. Us air signs, right? So what's driving you is, yes, you do feel a little stuck right now. It looks as though some of you are still getting over something difficult. This could have been a very painful breakup you went through. This could be a health crisis that you are recovering from. Some of you are avoiding something painful. When the Ten of Swords comes in reverse, it could be an ending that's not as bad as you think it is. It is always darkest after the dawn. You are in a place of recovery right now and of regeneration. So I see you guys are trying to face things about yourself that are difficult to face. You might have been preoccupied with something, and you're still getting over it. But I do see that ultimately a driving force for you is the Ten of Pentacles. I would have been worried if it was the Queen of Cups in reverse and the Devil. Okay, you're an air sign. You overthink things. But ultimately, this matters to you. The karmic empire does matter. Wealth, financial security, family, long-term success is what's driving you. Equal contribution from every member of your household that can contribute is driving you. Wanting to work together. That's great. I love that that's what's driving you. I want to see this Eight of Swords go away, but this is a 3-month prediction and it's general. So again, release those negative thoughts. Deep within, I see. Seven of Cups in reverse to Justice. So the Seven of Cups comes in reverse when we have a bit of a reality check. Perhaps for a while, Libra, you were entertaining a lot of wishful thinking and fantasies. That's actually great to do sometimes when it comes to career and life path. It's okay to kind of have some fantasies and to dream big and think, what if? But it can also be somewhat avoidant of responsibility. When it comes into the reverse, we start to narrow down our options a little bit more and we become less overwhelmed and confused. You're getting out of a period of time where you might have just been overwhelmed by your choices, or perhaps you were doing a lot of wishful thinking and fantasizing. The fantasizing is good, but I think you've decided, I have to face reality here. I actually have to pick a choice that works for me. And when the Seven of Cups comes in reverse, that's really about coming into alignment with what's best for you and your own personal values. And knowing that if you don't have as many options as you wanted to, it might be because you've missed some opportunities. I think that perhaps that's come to balance now for you and justice. I see you wanting to approach your career and your life path and your destiny for the next couple of months with a lot of fairness and honesty. I see a card combination of you saying, I'm going to get it together here. I'm going to balance my life out. We get what we give when justice comes. So I see you guys saying, all right, let's get it together. And your emotions show me that too. What you're thinking about all the time, love, love, love this. And it's also further advice from your highest self. The Queen of Pentacles, the Three of Pentacles. Yes, boss lady. Again, more creating the environment here. This is pretty standard advice. Take a practical approach. Some of you are working parents as well. You're going to need to find a good balance between your work and your home life. And you're going to need to nurture yourself. The Queen of Pentacles is about personal development. So I think that, yes, your guides want you to be the Queen of Wands, but they want to, and the two queens they want you to activate out of the Empress is the confidence, but also being grounded and practical. She has a good handle on herself. You also may be implementing and learning something. Some of you may be called to lead people. The Three of Pentacles is a card of teamwork, collaboration, and implementation. If you put yourself out there, Libra, you really could be recognized and rewarded for what you bring to the table. Some learning and some collaborations may be what you need to do right now. This Queen of Pentacles could also be a mentor. This person could be a teacher, a earth sign around you. This could be a guidance counselor of some kind in your life. Look for the woman with the pentacle. I could also be a really good boss or a co-worker that you do a great collaboration with. So if you've been talking about anything like that with someone, if this person looks familiar, do it, do it, do it. Your next actions for the next couple months. You do seem overwhelmed. But I definitely think with the Moon in reverse and the Seven of Cups in reverse, you guys are coming out of a time of confusion. That's what the Moon means. So if you've been feeling like you've been wandering in the moonlight with the Wheel in reverse and fantasizing and trapped in your head, that is going to get better for you. I have a second card of Pisces here for you. So again, something may come in for you in Pisces season, which is in February. But right now, it's time to face the uncertainty, listen to your lower emotions at this time, and come out of any illusions you've been having, getting over the negative emotions. I do see that you guys are a bit overwhelmed here. Some of you have been avoidant of something that confused you, but that you didn't want to face. Back off, back off, back off. Well, I think that the universe may serve you a little bit of justice. I think it's all going to go in your favor. I think it's all part of your plan, Libra. Sometimes we have to know what we don't want to be before we know what we do want to be. And the Seven of Wands in reverse shows me that you will feel kind of exhausted and overwhelmed. Some of you may decide to leave a job or just take a hiatus. I just heard hiatus, a vacation. Some of you are very overwhelmed by work. If you feel like this at work every day, talk to HR or your boss. You might need an assistant. You might be in a place where you're constantly challenged. So I do see some exhaustion here for you. You can course correct this now. It may simply be that you need to just pause and surrender and not resist some change. You're being motivated by some good stuff. And I think that there's been some stuff going on that you're healing from as well. The way you see yourself, I love this and I get it. The Lovers and the Seven of Pentacles. So you really are waiting for that perfect match made in heaven feeling when it comes to career. You see yourself as wanting to be divinely guided towards a career path that makes you feel really good. I think you guys want to love your job. It feels great to love your job. I think you guys are finally saying, I don't want to go to work every day and feel like this. I want to feel like this when I'm at work. You might need to wear clothes at work though. Some of you, and I also see that you're just going to try and stay in your present moment. Some of you have recently invested in something that you really care about, yourself. The Seven of Pentacles is also a card of possibly planning for retirement. That looks good for you in that way. I see you guys staying in your present moment, waiting for a return on the investment, knowing that you have to work hard, knowing that you have to take a long-term view of success. If you want sustainable results, he gets out there every day and he works in his garden. Look at him. He's watching. He's waiting for the money to drop. Staying in the present moment is great. I will say, though, that some of you might be a little preoccupied with romantic relationships. It's okay to want a romantic relationship. You're a human. We experience a lot of joy out of romantic love and having a partner, but it might be preoccupying you a little bit, and it might be keeping you from changing. It might have even distracted you up until very recently. No big deal. Own it. Don't beat yourself up about it. Just move forward. Look for the value alignment. Look for that path that you love, that makes you feel whole and complete, that brings both sides of you together, and stay in your present moment. I like the present moment. The Seven of Pentacles is a tough seven, but it's the best one. You will get a return on your investment, just not right away. That's that a goal is within reach. It's not. You're going to have to wait a little bit. It's okay. If you invest in the right things for the right reasons and you don't let the world overwhelm you, you will get the return. In the environment, hidden factors that you're not aware of. This looks relationshipy. And this might be a person or a situation that's been distracting to you. The Knight of Wands, the King of Swords in reverse, the Page of Cups in reverse. Some of you have been connecting to a person that saw themselves as really wanting a lot of passion and excitement, and they just kind of ran around. They were probably a jerk, and they're really emotionally immature. Others of you, I'm going to spin this a different way. Hidden factors within you that you're not aware of is you may feel a real upswing in energy. Some of you want to travel for work. You will feel very energetic and passionate, and you want to take inspired action. You're going to look for the merry motive. If you're feeling adventurous and impulsive, use that to your advantage. Night energy works well. You can work in short bursts. The nights will wane. That horse needs to rest. So if you experience an upswing in energy, that'll be great. Expect the lull. The King of Swords comes in reverse for us when our standards are a little too high and we're not able to hear the truth, and we have a hard time coming up with strategy. Some of you are feeling kind of vulnerable and you can't think of a good strategy. Some of you may be experiencing ageism in the workplace. Stand up for yourself in that case, okay? And acknowledge your own feelings of insecurity and vulnerability. The Page of Cups in reverse sometimes has a new idea, but there's a little bit of a creative block. Get rest if you're creative. It will help you come up with solutions. You may also be connecting to a person who's very energetic and passionate, but flakes out on you and doesn't always make the smartest decisions. They might just be a little immature. Okay, worst case scenario, it's some jerk that you're moping over. That's just distracting you. Let it go, right? The way you're feeling, Nine of Pentacles in reverse to the Emperor. The Nine of Pentacles in reverse can be interpreted in two different ways. First of all, it can be a person that over-invests in work and can be a workaholic. And it works a lot, but doesn't feel a sense of self-worth or reward. Some of you are working really hard and you're not getting paid enough. Some of you are just working on knowing your own self-worth and feeling confidence. I like the Nine of Pentacles pretty much no matter what when it comes in emotions, even if it's in reverse. The advice is know your worth. Don't over-invest in something unless you are being equally invested in. Don't hustle anybody. Don't allow anyone else to hustle you. If you've been a little bit of a princess, it's time to get off your ass and make it happen for yourself. You can experience abundance and self-sufficiency and financial independence if you have a goal and you believe in yourself. Bring that into balance. Some of you have just been overworked, like big time. But I also see that you feel like the Emperor. You're like, okay, I have my shit together. You feel like you really have to gain control right now. The Emperor is logical. He is practical. He has a stiff upper lip. He puts his emotions aside and he runs his own life. It's time to be the emperor. Know your own self-worth here, Libra. I think you guys are working on independence. With justice here, I have a lot of positive cards here for you that are balancing out some of the tougher cards. But what you're ending on in the next 3 months is the Hermit in reverse to the Nine of Cups, the Ace of Swords. There are 2 ways I will interpret this for you. Let's start with the negative one and get that out of the way. Some of you might have been very indulgent lately and in a little bit of denial, isolating yourself and being kind of indulgent. If that is the case, you will be made aware of it and you will have a breakthrough and you will go, what have I been doing? The breakthrough will come for you and you'll be like, okay, no more of that, no more of that. That's an extreme negative way I could interpret these cards. But I initially heard something more positive, which is I've searched my soul about this long enough. I have a very positive mindset right now. The Nine of Cups is contentment. It is about gratitude and satisfaction and being very happy right where we are. With the Nine of Cups here in the upright and the Nine of Pentacles in reverse and some of the advice cards I saw for you, some of you do need to readjust your mindset and maybe change your budget. Ask yourself what you really need to make it and feel content and what can you live without. But overall, I see you going in a positive direction. And if you were looking for a breakthrough of some kind, even if it's just an idea of what to do, I think you're going to find it. This is like the hand of God giving us an answer. It's a moment of clarity. It's a new idea. It's success as well and a breakthrough. I do have the Empress in reverse at the bottom of the deck. This is your card. I'm happy to see her. When the Empress comes in reverse, you might just feel like your work is not pulling out your creative energy as much as you would like it to, Libra. And you might feel like your work is a little unfulfilling. When the Empress comes out in reverse, you're probably doing better than you think you are. You might just be lacking in self-confidence right now. With the Queen of Wands coming out as your advice and the Empress and the Nine of Pentacles being in reverse, I think some of you are just lacking a little bit of confidence right now. Some of you do need to focus a little bit more on health. I would focus on strength training and physical activity. With the Emperor, the Empress, Queen of Pentacles, and Nine of Cups, we've all gained a little bit of weight this year. So if you feel as though you're a little sluggish, the Empress does start to focus on weight loss and self-care. So keep that in mind with your health. But I think some of you just need to be a little bit more confident. And when the Empress comes out in reverse, it's not time to make a rash decision. No sudden moves here. I don't have the Knight of Pentacles or the Knight of Swords here. That would be a sudden move. I was worried the Knight of Swords would come in reverse, which is a restlessness. That didn't come out. So no sudden moves right now, Libra. It's just time to get a little bit more grounded, a little bit more creative, believe in yourself, move towards opportunities with your life path and your destiny and career that have more fertile ground, and that ignite that creative side. A lot of you really have it in you to lead and mentor others in some way. All you have to do is believe in yourself and find the more creative opportunities. Just keep in mind the advice that came out for you. It's okay to do something new. And it's really important to determine what your motives are and what you're focusing on in life and why. That will help you achieve your goals. Hold your vision, be the real you. This Empress wants to shine. And it's not necessarily time to achieve a goal in the next 3 months. It's simply time to determine your motivation. And I think some of you really do need to get over healing from something and address this stuff for yourself. And that's going to make it's so much easier to achieve your goal. Okay, don't let yourself get too overwhelmed. It's okay to ask for help if you need to, right? All right, Libra, so that's your career and destiny spread. I hope that it helps you, if it resonated with you. I love doing career readings and destiny readings for people. You can always book a private reading with me if you want to work on that stuff with me personally. Nothing excites me more than personal destiny and career readings. I'd be happy to do one for you. I'm always listening to the universe for you, Libra. Take care of yourselves. I love you guys.